school basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Berks Catholic High School, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Houndstown Reading, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fightin' Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Shore Stay Best Western Hotel in Reading, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
Now for all the action, let's go courtside with Bob McCool and Rich Scarcella.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. WE's coverage of Berks County High School basketball continues tonight with a matchup between the Wilson Bulldogs and the Berks Catholic Saints. Wilson is 15-2 overall. Berks Catholic is 10-3. Saints at 5-2 in Division I, one game behind the division-leading Bulldogs at 6-1. Saints right now tied with Governor Mifflin at 5-2 in the hotly contested Division I playoff chase for positioning down the stretch with 2 weeks left to go. This begins the second round of play between the teams throughout Berks County, including these two teams who met earlier this season back in December, and the Bulldogs won in West Lawn 54-49, giving Wilson its lone league loss so far. But tonight it is the Bulldogs and the Saints. High school basketball is presented to you by Savage Auto Group. Tonight we are coming to you from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium with our pregame show on our video stream on 830 WEU Sports on YouTube. And it's available to you as well on Facebook Live as well on our 830 WEU Facebook page. We'll take a timeout back with our pregame show from Berks Catholic High School right after this.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
The seasons are changing, and so are Chick-fil-A's seasonal selections. Last year, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich became the brand's best-selling seasonal offering of all time, and it's back to defend that title. Plus, for the first time in 13 years, the Banana Pudding Milkshake has returned to the Chick-fil-A menu, both available now for a limited time. Download the Chick-fil-A One app for easy ordering, rewards, and a vote for the I Am Able Foundation and Chick-fil-A's True Inspiration Awards. YMSing's I Am Able is one of 5 Northeast nonprofits up for a grant. Vote in the Chick-fil-A One app today.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the Remax Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
Welcome back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. Getting you set tonight for Wilson and Berks Catholic. And Rich, obviously two of the best teams in the county, but when you're talking about two of the best coaches in the county as well, obviously the emphasis is always with both Snip Esley and Matt Coldren is about defense. No surprise that the first game was a 54-49 game.
It wouldn't surprise me if we're at that scoring range as well tonight. Both teams, both coaches, you mentioned defense, they also want to see their teams peak in February, in early March. And that's what we're seeing, at least from Wilson. Wilson has won 9 in a row. Even Matt Coldren growth last 2.5 weeks. That's saying a lot because Matt is not Berks Catholic has been playing really well. Game I was in Florida here, a loss to Exeter where it was a total fourth quarter collapse by the Saints. Very uncharacteristic. But I expect these two teams to give us a good game tonight, but also to be in the mix come early February in the county playoffs.
For sure. They're certainly in a prime position to do that. Again, Wilson has won 9 straight games, to Rich's point about how good they're playing. So good, as Rich said, Matt Colgin, who that's what he likes to do, is figure out what they're doing wrong so he can fix it. And he even has to admit that the Bulldogs are playing some pretty good basketball, including a win over Harrisburg. Over the weekend, they beat a non-leaguer over Central Dauphin. But in league play, wins over Governor Mifflin, Reading, and Muhlenberg. You heard the 2 games against Reading and Muhlenberg here on WEEU. Also crossover wins over Twin Valley and Conrad Weiser, along with Daniel Boone. So they still have a big one with Exeter left to play, in addition to the second round of games in Division I. For the Saints, they got that win against Wilson in the first league game, but then they dropped the next one to Governor Mifflin. Wins over Reading and Muhlenberg. Lost to Exeter, as Rich said. It was a game that the Saints led and then fell apart in the fourth quarter. To Exeter's credit, they came from 12 points down in that basketball game and came back and won it 48-40. The Saints also with wins over Twin Valley and a tough one the other night against Conrad Weiser. So again, they are 5-2 in the division, tied with Governor Mifflin, and Muhlenberg is right behind them. We'll see the Red Knights and the Mules on Thursday night as this division continues. And again, 2 weeks from tonight is the final night of the regular season in county basketball regular season games, and obviously setting everything up for the postseason. We expect these two teams to not only be a part of the division games in the league, in the BCIAA playoffs, but they're also in great position in the district playoffs. 6A for Wilson, 4A for Berks Catholic.
They're both number 1 in their respective classes. Wilson, number 1 in 6A. Berks Catholic, number 1 in 4A. We expect them both to contend for district championships in February and to get to the state tournament. Right now, when we saw them, it was our first game of the season, first week of December. We even said, what a way to begin the season. Well, that was then, and this is now. Berks Catholic jumped out to a 14-2 lead after the first quarter. Wilson played catch-up for at least until the third quarter, got the lead. Berks Catholic got the lead back, hung on for a 5-point win. Both teams looking for fast starts tonight. I think Wilson especially. They don't want to get off to a slow start again.
Is that going to be one of the keys of the game? Well, we're going to find out right now. Keys of the game are brought to you by Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the Remax Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience providing countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. Call 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. Bulldogs and Saints, and Rich Garcelle has his keys to the game.
Visiting Wilson Bulldogs, coached by Matt Coldren. They want to defend, as that is their staple, defense. But they want to defend and turn that into transition offense. Matt Coldren said, when we get stops, we get our offense going. The second one is making shots. They didn't make shots for most of that first meeting against Berks Catholic. Like I said, 1 for 11 in the first quarter, 5 for 16 in the first half. Making shots is important. The third thing is play with energy. That hasn't been an issue for the Bulldogs. They are on a roll. As we said, they've won 9 straight. They've beaten teams like Central Dauphin. Their last loss was over the Christmas holiday to Chambersburg. Another one of the top teams in District 3 6A. For Berks Catholic, the keys to win tonight: take care of the basketball. Protect the basketball. Snip desperately wants to see the Saints value possessions. The second, stop penetration by Corell Akings. Akings hurt the Saints in that first meeting, scored 18 points, season high 18 points for him, but with penetration and some three-point shots. The third thing, and get back on defense to stop him in transition. The third thing, as you mentioned, Snip Esterly would like to see the Saints get off to a fast start, just like they did back in early December at Westlawn.
Yeah, a couple of pieces of that puzzle, a little bit deeper dive. Gavin Walker got off to that, was a big piece of that fast start. 14-2 after a quarter. Gavin Walker had 8 in that first quarter, didn't score again the rest of the game. And Snip Esterly's been kind of perplexed by that because he said he's done that a lot in this season where he's had these great streaks and then kind of disappears for a while. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency from him. And Rich mentioned about Corell Akings in that third quarter comeback. In addition to everything else he did, he dropped 3 threes in that third quarter when the Bulldogs finally took the lead. Saints regained it and ultimately won it out again by a final score of 54-49. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 100 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and other celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, taste of Italy right here in Reading. For the Wilson Bulldogs, coached by a former Bulldog himself and Matt Coulter. Now in his 24th season, he is fifth all-time in Berks County boys basketball history with 423 wins, 199 losses. That 9-game winning streak has a strange correlation to 199 losses. He maybe just doesn't want to get that 200th loss as a piece of the puzzle. We'll see how it holds up for the Bulldogs over the course of the season. But Maddox Gruber's playing some great basketball right now. Over 18 points per game and now over 1,000 points in his career as well. He'll be joined in the backcourt by John Edom and Carell Akings. Edom, a 6-foot senior. Akings, a 5'10 junior. Tom McFadden, a 6-foot senior, and Luke Levan, a 6'5 senior. That's the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. And, of course, Berks Catholic is coached by Snip Besley. 14 seasons at Berks Catholic. He's 283 wins and 92 losses, and overall 36 wins. He is the all-time winningest Berks County basketball coach, and he's also one of the top 10 in the state as well. 825 wins, 225 losses, including his 10 wins so far this season. And the Saints have gone pretty much with this entire season with the same starting five. Jackson Kozik, 6 foot and a junior, and Gavin Welker, 6'2 and a junior with the forwards. Brady Altamar, 5'9 and a junior. Zach Susky, 6 foot and a senior. Kingston McCoy, 6'2 and a junior. McCoy having a brilliant junior season, of course, after having his sophomore season cut short with the broken leg last year. But at 21.2 points per game, he does a little bit of everything in addition to being their best defensive player. So then you start looking, Rich, at the matchups. You figure that Kingston McCoy's probably going to get Maddox Gruber to start, and Tom McFadden, who's become the defensive stopper for the Bulldogs, without a doubt, will draw the assignment of Kingston McCoy.
Oh, I think there's no doubt about that. McFadden has terrific feet, terrific soccer player. Without a doubt, is Wilson's best defensive player. I think it's an interesting matchup in that regard. But I think with Berks Catholic and Snip Esterly, he didn't mention it as a key, but he wants to see somebody other than Kingston McCoy step up. Zach Zusky's been a nice second option, but they haven't had a consistent third one this year. And he would like to see that, whether that's Gavin Welker, whether that's Jackson Kozik, whether it's Brady Altamar, or whether it's Carmelo Harper off the bench.
And I think that turns us to a great spot to turn to our spotlight, brought to you by Bachman Roofing, Solar and Remodeling. Whether your needs are residential or commercial, Bachman's makes the home improvement process easy. The Bachman family has proudly served the Berks County community for over 50 years. Tonight we turn the spotlight on that particular individual. Is it going to be Zach Susky who steps up? Is it going to be Gavin Walker? Who's going to help Kingston McCoy out in the scoring column? We know about the defense for the Saints, and that's the one beauty of why Wilson's playing such good basketball right now. They've got a much more balanced lineup. Yeah, Maddox Gruber's at 18-plus points per game. Carell Akings is in double figures at 10. Luke Levan is scoring more points of late. And Tom McFadden, John Edom are players who are out there predominantly for their defense, but they can score as well. And Matt Coulter also reminded us that he feels as if he's getting a little bit deeper as well. He's got some more pieces coming off his bench that he likes, and the Saints are not very deep. So from in terms of a balance, the Bulldogs have it. In terms of sheer brilliance, the Saints certainly have it in Kingston McCoy. So that's a little bit of a look inside, and our spotlight brought to you by Bachman Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling. A remainder of our games this week. Thursday night, we've got a matchup again in Division I with Muhlenberg taking on Reading High. We'll be at the Geigel for that one. And then Friday, we'll be right back here at Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium for a girls matchup between Governor Mifflin and Berks Catholic. That is a big game in Division I of the Berks Girls Conference, and a couple teams battling for a playoff spot, trying to get one of those playoff spots into the county playoffs as well. As our season winds its way closer and closer to February, it's getting closer to that time.
We got a busy schedule ahead of us, Bob. We got 3 games this week, 3 games next week, the end of the regular season the following week, and then we're into the playoffs.
Just getting the pipes warmed up. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with a tip-off right after this. High school basketball presented by Savage Auto Group continues after this.
Hi, I am Molly McFadden. I'm a senior at Berks Catholic High School. I'm a member of St. Ignatius Church in Sticky Spring. God is the center of everything we do at Berks Catholic. There are so many ways for us to experience Jesus at BC. Through Holy Mass, service projects, retreats, theology class, and faith-based clubs and activities, we strive to be the best we can every day to help ourselves and others get to heaven.
Come be a part of something amazing. For more information or to schedule a shadow day, please visit berkscatholic.org. And it's always a great day to be a saint.
Shopping at Redner's has never been easier or more convenient with Redner's Ready, the order online and pickup service for Redner's Markets. Visit rednersmarkets.com and click on the Redner's Ready icon. Then choose your items, pay online, and pick up your order in any of the designated Redner's Ready parking spaces, and your groceries will be brought right to your car. It's Redner's Ready, the convenient online order and pickup service available only at rednersmarkets.com.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away. Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
Welcome back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium. The tip-off tonight's game is presented by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. Again, alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Again, for the Bulldogs, it's Maddox Gruber, John Edom, Carell Akings, Tom McFadden, and Luke Levan. For the Saints, Zach Susky, Kingston McCoy, Gavin Welker, Brady Altamar, and Jackson Kozik. The Saints in their home whites with the gold trim, and the Wilson Bulldogs in the visiting red and the white trim. Our officiating crew for tonight's game, Jim Murray, Craig Lavigna, and Kirk Singleton. And the ball is in the air, and we are underway from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium, and it's the Bulldogs who control the basketball. Maddox Gruber has it in the corner, flips it out to McFadden from left to right to John Edom, and back out high for Gruber, right now guarded by Susky, with McCoy guarding McFadden. Step back for a long three for Gruber. Gruber is in and out. Saved by Edom. Tipped it inside for McFadden, who scores. Great job by John Edom to keep it alive.
Yeah, really nice hops by John Edom to McFadden for the layup.
And Altamar beats the pressure from Gruber to get it up the floor, and to Kozik in the corner to bring Levan away for the basket. Now to McCoy, the screen and roll. They double team McCoy. Kick it outside for Welker, and one more pass and around to the corner for Susky. Everybody's touched it in this possession for Berks Catholic. And now back to the right side for McCoy, guarded again now by McFadden after they rub off the screen. Get Kozik out high from top for three and rolls it in.
Jackson Kozik gets the pass. Nobody on him, said, why not? Let it go, and scores.
Jackson Kozik knocks down his third three of the season, and we brought that out of him. He hit one of them against Exeter, too, because Exeter sagged off him, and he dropped the three on him. Now Edom will rub off the screen for Levan. Now Edom will drive, changes hands, misses the shot. McCoy has the rebound. 2-2 our score. Berks Catholic with a basketball in the hands of Kingston McCoy across half court. Flips it back for the junior point guard in Brady Altamar. McCoy sets up shop down low. Now rubs off a screen right in front of the Bulldog bench. And Altamar will go the opposite way now. And they get it to McCoy off the baseline screen for a fadeaway two.
Kind of a funky shot by Kingston McCoy. Got a whistle. Oh, shoelace. Just a shoelace. But it was kind of like lifted one leg from the baseline and let it go and made it.
I hate to say this, but it almost looked like that's a shot he developed when he had a cast on his leg. Because that's kind of the way why he was hobbling around. And there's no doubt he tried some shots with that cast on his leg as part of his rehab. And Snip Besley just talks about the incredible work ethic of Kingston McCoy. Inside for Levan, kick out for Akings. His first touch is a 2-point jumper.
Yeah, nice look by Levan out to Akings right around the key.
Brings the Bulldogs to a point at 5-4. Again, Akings at 10.2 points per game. Here's McCoy from the left elbow. Kicks it around. Welker with a catch and shoot three, and it's pure.
Yeah, they need scoring from Gavin Welker. He's only been in double figures twice this season, his first season with the Saints. Snip Esterly would like to see him be a little more aggressive at the offensive end.
His 14th three of the season puts the Saints up by 3 with 5:38 left to go. Here's Edom from the outside, driving inside, finger roll, no, and rebounded by Susky. They put that bucket by Akings up as a 3. Here's a 3 by McCoy that's off the rim. No. And rebounded by McFadden.
Yeah,
I have it at 8-4.
Yeah, it's 8-4.
Here's Akings. That's a 3, and that's good.
Yeah, that is definitely a 3. But you're right. I have it for a 2 as well. That was definitely, it was inside the arc.
For sure. And with that, now it's 8-8, although I think it's 8-7, but we'll go with what the scoreboard has right now with 5 minutes to go. Here's Altamar, beats Gruber, kicks it back for Welker. Welker to the foul line for 2, no. Rebounded by Susky, kick out from McCoy, that's a 3, no. And rebounded by Edom, and here comes the Bulldogs back the other way. McFadden, good entry pass down low. No, it wasn't. Levan was not expecting it. The Bulldogs will turn it over.
Let's see.
They're checking on the points right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a 2, that first basket by Akins.
Yep, officials are talking it over as to where that bucket was. And if we are correct, they're going to change the score to 8-7. We'll see if we are correct as this gym continues to fill up. Game a little bit earlier than expected tonight because of the change, because of the weather conditions. They wanted to get the game up a little bit earlier. A number of games have been moved up in a time frame in tonight's game, and they did indeed change the score. Now it is an 8-7 game. So the bucket by Carell Akings, the first one that is, was a 2. The second one was a 3. And the Saints have the basketball with a 1-point lead, 4:40 left to go.
Wilson off to a much better start this time around than the first meeting at Westlawn when they only scored 2 points in the first quarter.
Good look inside to Susky, but it's blocked by Akings. And back to the way comes Wilson. To the corner for Gruber, to the entry pass to Levan. Drives up against Kozik, but a foul before the shot. Going to be called against Jackson Kozik on the hold. Will not be a shooting foul. A couple of subs at the scorer's table for the Bulldogs. Cam Zulinger, a 6-foot senior, and Michael Glover, a 6'3" sophomore, will check into the game. Levan and Edom out for the Bulldogs, who have the basketball underneath their own bucket and down by a point.
A couple of football players for the Bulldogs, Zulinger and Glover.
And their quarterback right now looking for his first bucket in Gruber as Zulinger drags and then drops it back for Akings. Gruber now has it, guarded by McCoy. Glover tries to set the screen. Gruber goes the other way and blocked out of bounds. Gruber tried to save it, could not, and it will be Berks Catholic basketball as well. McCoy with the block.
Nice defense, yes. Interior defense. Gruber went hard to the basket, and it was blocked, and he caught the rebound out of bounds.
We're halfway through quarter number 1. It's 8-7, Berks Catholic on top. Altamar to the corner for McCoy. McFadden closes out on him. He gives it up instead for Kozik and gets it right back at the top of the key. Welker with a catch, fakes the 3, drives, dishes it back for Kozik. Now Kozik wanted to go baseline. Glover recovers. Now Kozik will set the screen for McCoy. McCoy trying to free himself up. Does with a floater for 2.
Dribbled right by McFadden.
Good ball fake by Kingston. McCoy got McFadden off his stride. McCoy with 4, and the Bulldogs, Saints lead, is 3, 10-7. Zulinger from the high post off the Glover screen. Look for the screen and roll. It's not there. McFadden's open for 3. No. Tipped around and run down. Ultimately, Zulinger gets the basketball out near half court. Zulinger fakes the 3, drives and kicks it to the corner for McFadden and back for Akings. Tough shot off the 3, and it's good again.
Carell Akings, 3 for 3, off to a terrific start. Had a season-high 18 against Berks Catholic in the first meeting.
And we are tied for the first time at 10 as a result of the Akings 3. And the ball goes through Susky's hands, saved by McCoy, but to McFadden. Up ahead for Akings on the run out. Akings puts on the brake, spins, misses, tipped around and controlled by Susky as the Bulldogs come up empty. 2:35 left to go in period number 1. We're tied at 10. McCoy again with a dribble drive to the rim. No. Susky with a put back and home.
Yeah, good defense by McFadden, but Susky with the weak side rebound and the follow.
Susky averaging 12.9 a game, gets his first 2, puts the Saints back up by that 2. With 2:15 to go in the first quarter, it's 12-10, Berks Catholic. Double high post with Zulinger and Glover, back to McFadden right in front of the Saint bench, around to the hot Akings. This time he's double teamed, gives it up. Almost taken away by McCoy as Gruber snares it. Gruber works his way into traffic, but travel with it.
Good interior defense by the Saints. Stopped the drive, converged on Gruber, forced him into the traveling violation.
5'10" freshman Carmelo Harper will check into the game now for the Saints as Brady Altamar will come out. Harper at 6.6 points per game. Had a career-high 12 against Wilson in the first meeting. Inside of 2 minutes to go. 12-10 Saints. They've got the basketball. Welker fakes the three, can't get by Zulinger. Keeps his dribble alive. Now needs some help and finds it in Susky, guarded by Akings. Out high is Harper, guarded by Gruber. Tries to get by him, drives hard, spins, fade away, rolls it home. Carmelo Harper for two.
Yeah, he doesn't. We said it the first time we saw him. He doesn't look like a freshman. Pretty move, turnaround, spin move by Harper.
His first two gives the Saints a 14-10 lead with 1:20 left to go. Gruber trying to get by Kozik on a switch, gives it up instead. Now they'll swing it around and McCoy will get back on him. Here's Glover posting up down low. Wraparound pass to the corner. Zulinger's open for three. No. Tipped around. McFadden tried to save it, but he saves it to Welker. It's Berks Catholic basketball. A minute left to go in the quarter. Saints up by 14-10 and have the basketball. Welker off the screen high. Good recovery. Now gives it up for Harper. And now to McCoy. McCoy's going to spot up for three. No. And rebounded by Akings. Probably not the shot the Saints were looking for. That much time left. Akings with a Euro step drive misses. Glover tipped it out to McFadden. Now it's going to be Gruber from a long way. That's well off. Glover with another rebound. Michael Glover going to try to take matters into his own hands. This time misses, and McCoy comes up with a rebound.
3 chances for the Bulldogs. They could not convert. Saints will probably play for one here.
With now 20 seconds to go in the half, Kingston McCoy takes it across, the quarter. McCoy across the half-court stripe. Down to 14 seconds with a 14-10 Berks Catholic lead. Kozik comes out to set the screen. Down to 8. McCoy guarded by McFadden, trying to get free. Kicks it back. Kozik for three. No. And Welker, good if it goes at the buzzer, and it does. Gavin Welker, right spot for the rebound on the bounce and drops the three. And that adds to Berks Catholic's lead. After one, the score, the Saints 17. The Bulldogs 10. We'll take a timeout. Back with more high school basketball presented by Savage Auto Group on WEEU in Reading.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Hi, I am Molly McFadden. I'm a senior at Berks Catholic High School. I'm a member of St. Ignatius Church in Sticky Spring. God is the center of everything we do at Berks Catholic. There are so many ways for us to experience Jesus at BC. Through Holy Mass, service projects, retreats, theology class, and faith-based clubs and activities, we strive to be the best we can every day to help ourselves and others get to heaven.
Come be a part of something amazing. For more information or to schedule a shadow day, please visit berkscatholic.org. And it's always a great day to be a saint.
Welcome back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. 17-10 is our score. Berks Catholic with lead and the basketball following the three by Gavin Walker at the end of quarter number one. Johnny Giesa out on the floor to start the second quarter for the Saints. The 6'3" sophomore. He's listed at 6'1", but he's way bigger than that right now. And he's posting up down low with Luke Levan at 6'5".
With that Welker three at the buzzer, Saints shot 7 for 14 in the first quarter. Wilson 4 for 14.
The 7-point lead. Saints can afford to be patient with the basketball, right to the like of their coach, Snip Esley. McCoy pulls up, foul line jumper. That's two.
Got inside the shoulder of Tommy McFadden. Pulls up for the jumper.
A 19-10 lead, 6 for Kingston McCoy. McFadden, Gruber, Edom, Levan, and Akings. Matt Colger with his starting five out to start the second quarter. Akings trying to work inside, dumps it down low, but it's taken away. Johnny Giesa got his hands on it. Turnover Bulldogs.
Tried to find Luke Levan underneath. Giesa with the pick.
Harper, Welker, McCoy, Giesa, and Altamar on the floor. Here's Welker with the strong take and a foul.
Welker's giving Snip Esterly exactly what he had hoped for. Much more aggressive on offense than he's been recently.
Foul called on Corell Akings. First foul called against the Bulldogs puts Gavin Welker at the free throw line to shoot 2. And the first is good. So that's 7 now for Welker. As we said, he had 8 after a quarter in the first meeting and then did not score again. He is a 78% free throw shooter. Saints as a team are a 73% shooting team. Welker makes them both. So he matches what he did in the first meeting with 8 points, and it's now a 21-10 Berks Catholic lead. Saints on an 11-0 run.
Only 2 players have scored for Wilson. Corell Akings with 8, Tommy McFadden with 2. Maddox Gruber has yet to score.
Guarded by McCoy, gives it up for Akings. And now he'll swing it around for Edom. Edom going to spot up for 3, got it, and a foul away from the basket. Bucket should count.
And I think it's going to stay here, Bob. I think it's going to be on Berks Catholic, but I'm not sure who it's on.
So we'll get the official call here. The foul looks like they're calling it on Gisa, fighting for position down low. So if this is the case and the bucket counts, which it looks like it did.
It does count.
And now this could be a 5, 4, 6-point play for the Bulldogs because they got the bucket from Edom on the 3, and now a chance with a possession to add more to this to the total. This is Gruber from distance, and it turns into a 6-point play for the Wilson Bulldogs.
Possession for Wilson. Got back into this thing, and Gruber got off the schneid with his first basket of the night.
His 35th 3 of the season pulls Wilson to within 5. That quickly, an 11-point lead disappears on back-to-back threes. And the Saints now have the basketball with 5:50 to go in quarter number 2. Out high is McCoy. Step back for 3, off the rim, not there, and Edom has the rebound. Bulldogs with a chance to climb a little closer. Saints went on a 5-0 run. Right now the Bulldogs on a 6-0 run. Edom looking for 2 more from the left elbow. Got it.
John Edom averaging just 4.6 a game has exceeded that. He's got back-to-back baskets, 5 points.
What do they say about a game of runs? 11-0 run for the Saints. Now an 8-0 run for Wilson. It's 21-18 with 5:15 to go in the half. That quickly, we're right back to a tight ball game as we would expect. Here's Welker guarded by Edom. Trying to spin away from him. Gets tied up in traffic and a foul and a block.
Might be on Levan with the reach in and caused the Welker to trip.
You are correct. Luke Levan gets called for his first, team's first in quarter number 2. With that, Jackson Kozik, Zach Susky back in for the Saints. Gisa and Welker out. And Berks Catholic will inbound underneath. So it's McCoy, Kozik, Harper, Susky, and Altamar, the 5 on the floor right now for Berks Catholic with a 3-point lead. Inbounds on the backdoor look for Kozik. Spins away from Levan, misses it. Tipped around and controlled by John Edom and Wilson. Akings in the open floor. Kicks it around for McFadden and back to Gruber. Looking for Levan inside. Kozik denies him, so they go from left side to right.
Yeah, Levan is much taller than Kozik. He needs to get touches inside.
Edom with a step back right elbow jumper. That's no good. Levan with a good inside position with an easy putback.
Yeah, Levan needs more touches, whether it's entry passes or offensive rebounds. Finishes, and Bulldogs suddenly within 1.
21-20 with Levan's first 2. They trap McCoy up high for Altamar. And then right back to McCoy. For Harper at the top of the key, trying to wait away from Akings. Pull up foul line jumper and a pretty jump shot for Carmelo Harper.
Yeah, you give him a little room, he's going to take advantage of it. Buries the jumper from the foul line.
Ends a 10-0 Bulldog run, makes it a 23-20 lead for Berks Catholic. Akings drives, dumps for Levan, up and home.
Really nice penetration and dish by Akings. Levan with the reverse.
Back-to-back buckets for the Bulldogs from Luke Levan, and it's right back to a 1-point game inside the halfway mark of quarter number 2. 23-22, Wilson on top. Altamar drives, kicks it back. McCoy now will drive. He'll take it to the rim. No. Tipped around and controlled by John Edom, who's got a bunch of rebounds already for Wilson.
Really nice contest by Tommy McFadden there.
And again, the entry pass, McFadden to Levan, up with a hook shot, rolls it off the rim. No, and Harper has the rebound for Berks Catholic. Snip Esley says, slow it down. With 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Saints just getting a little trigger happy in terms of time into the possession in which they're shooting. McCoy from the right wing looks for the cutter, and Altamar gives it up for Harper instead, who now flips it around for Kozik and back to McCoy. McCoy trying to get away from McFadden. Can't. McFadden fell down, lays McCoy open, missed the shot. battle for the rebound, and Gruber stepped on the end line. It'll stay Berks Catholic basketball as Maddox Gruber could not save it. Cam Zulinger back into the game for Wilson. In the game for the first time comes 6'2 senior Christo Hunsinger. McFadden and Akings will take a breather. Brady Altamar will come out, and Gavin Welker back in for Berks Catholic. 3:04 left to go in the half.
With McFadden taking a seat for the first time, John Edom is now guarding McCoy.
Goes for the steal, knocked it away, and Wilson has the steal. Up ahead for Christo Hunsinger. Euro step move and a bump and a foul. Susky will get called for the block. Going to put Christo Hunsinger, who just checked into the ball game, into position to get his first points right away as well, with these 2 foul shots coming up at the line. Christo, 3-sport athlete at Wilson, excellent football player and baseball player, as was his brother Tommy, who's now playing football at Millersville. Part of this Bulldog team that won the county championship a year ago, and then that quickly, their season was over after their first round loss in the districts to Cedar Crest. Hunsinger misses the first and makes the second. And we are tied at 23 as a result. Last time we were tied at 10-10. The Saints went on their run. Wilson then countered. 2:40 to go in the half, tied at 23. Welker, Harper. Now back to Susky between the circles. Again, John Edom, as Rich said, guarding McCoy. Welker drives himself into a traffic jam and travel with it.
Yeah. Bumped into a teammate, I think, or a defender, and dragged his foot. Travel.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was friendly fire that caused Gavin Welker to travel. And Bulldogs will get it back with 2:31 left to go in the first half.
Backcourt pressure from the Saints for the first time tonight. Man-to-man.
Wilson's last lead was when they scored first at 2-0. They're tied at 23. They've got the basketball. Edom, catch, fakes the three, dumps it inside for Glover. Glover going to back down Kozik. Kozik forces him to give it up for Zulinger. And right back to Glover from the right elbow. To the baseline for Hunsinger. And out up high for Edom. Edom catch and shoot three, in and out. And rebound and tipped out of bounds by Wilson. It'll be Berks Catholic basketball.
McFadden doesn't sit too much. Matt Coldren said, yeah, you've sat enough. Maybe about 30 seconds. Get back in there.
Interesting. It's an exchange of McFadden for Edom. They leave those football players out there. And Glover, Hunsinger, Zulinger, and Gruber, for that matter, as well, along with McFadden. On defense now with 1:50 to go in the half. Saints with the basketball tied at 23. Susky, corner three, no. Rebounded nicely by Glover on the weak side. Up ahead for Gruber. To the baseline for Hunsinger. Right back to Gruber. Quiet first half so far for Maddox Gruber with just 1 3-pointer so far, thanks to the defense of Kingston McCoy. Off the screen, Gruber. Gruber going to drive now with a step, and he's too strong off the glass. Rebounded by Susky. McCoy across half court. In the open floor from the foul line, takes a little extra step, gets himself inside and scores.
Yeah, they caught the Bulldogs in transition. McFadden was guarding somebody else on the break, and McCoy was able to get to the basket.
8 from McCoy. The Saints are back up on top by the deuce with 1:05 left to go in the first half. 25-23. Glover sets the screen for Zulinger, who gives it up instead for Hunsinger. Trying to call McFadden through as the cutter. McFadden to the bucket and foul. Carmelo Harper will get whistled for the personal that puts Tommy McFadden on the free throw line. McFadden on the season, a 68% free throw shooter. Bulldogs is a team 64%. First one spins out. 53 seconds remaining in half number one. Brady Altamar will check back in now for the Saints. Jackson Kozik will come to the bench. So Snip Esley gets another guard on the floor with the final minute of this half. McFadden's second free throw is also no good. Michael Glover picks the ball, kicks it out. Gruber for three in the lead. Yes!
Big offensive rebound by Michael Glover. Finds the open Gruber on the right wing.
Bulldogs back up on top, 26-25. A little pressure from Wilson. Berks Catholic gets across half court now with 35 seconds left in the half. Will the Saints hold for one to try to take the lead to the locker room? 26-25 Wilson. Welker, long way from the basket on the Saints logo. Threw it away. Gruber knocked it loose. Turnover Saints.
Wilson will definitely play for one shot. Matt Coldren calling out the play.
With 20 seconds to go in the half. McFadden across half court. Now it's McCoy guarding McFadden. To Glover. Glover to the foul line. Kicks it back for McFadden. Zulinger swings it around with 7 seconds. Back for Gruber. Trying to get away from Harper. Pull-up jumper. Tough shot. In and out. Tipped around and tipped out of bounds. And that will do it for the first half. A strong finish to the second quarter for the Wilson Bulldogs will send them to the locker room on the kick out from Glover to Gruber for 3. And the Bulldogs head to the locker room with the lead after 2 quarters. Our score, Wilson 26, Berks Catholic 25. Back with our halftime show right after this. High school basketball presented by Savage Auto Group is live on 830 WEEU Sports on YouTube and on our Facebook channel as well.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA-crafted crunch.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Doors. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge, and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. As alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Wilson and Berks Catholic, again, separated by 1 game in the Division I standings. The Berks Boys Conference, the Bulldogs at 6-1. The Saints tied with Governor Mifflin in second place at 5-2. Muhlenberg 1 game behind that at 4-3. In tonight's game so far, it started out with Wilson scoring first, and then Berks Catholic kind of taking control a little bit. The Bulldogs fought it back, was tied at 10, but then Berks Catholic finished the first quarter strong and started the second quarter even stronger, running it out to a 11-point run to make it a 21-10 game. All that did was inspire the Bulldogs to counter with a 10-point run of their own to get it within 1, and eventually the Bulldogs, thanks to a tremendous offensive rebound by Michael Glover, the All-State tight end just plucked it out of the air, much like he did on the football field, and ironically enough, kicked it back to his quarterback, and Maddox Gruber, who dropped the 3 to give the Bulldogs the lead they have right now.
Yeah, Michael Glover, we've talked about his strength inside. He's played terrific interior defense, and he probably has 4 or 5 rebounds in limited time. That was a heck of a play. One-handed rebound, quickly, didn't hesitate, got it to the wide open Gruber on the right wing for the 3. Right now, I think Matt Coldren's got to like where his team is because, like you said, they were down by 11.
Yep.
And really fought their way back into it with the help of that 6-point possession where there was a couple threes by Wilson sandwiched around a foul on a rebound by Berks Catholic. Wilson's got to do a better job getting Gruber involved. He only has 6 points. But really, Akings has 8, and that's that's exactly where Matt Coldren would like him to be, 8 at the half. On the other side, Berks Catholic has gotten help for Kingston McCoy from Gavin Welker. He's got 8 points, but they need other help too. They need a third scorer, and Zach Zusky right now, their second leading scorer, has just 2 points. So, I think we're headed for another 54-49 type of game, which is no surprise because these are two of the best defensive teams in the county.
Well, we'll welcome in our staple, our WEEU radio audience. Thanks for tuning in and joining in on our broadcast again. So now we have our full complements going with our radio broadcast as well at 8:30 WEEU in Reading, in addition to our video complement. Of course, you can watch our games as well all season long at 8:30 WEEU Sports on YouTube and on our WEEU Facebook page as well. However you consume the product, we certainly thank you. And you're seeing two of the best going after one another in Berks Catholic and Wilson. Rich, one of the things we talked about in the pregame show was that the Bulldogs had not only more depth, but more balance as well. And I think we really saw that in this first half. You mentioned Akings has 8. That was all in the first quarter when he kept Wilson in this game for a while in the first quarter. Kind of the silent assassin in this game, I think, for the Bulldogs was John Edom.
Yeah.
Bunch of rebounds, and all of a sudden came up with a couple of big shots right when the Bulldogs got that run of 10 in a row of their own going.
I think he had one of the threes in that 6-point possession. He and Maddox Gruber. So, yeah, I think, that's a bonus to get 5 points from him in a half when he's averaging just a little bit more than 4 points a game. I think that's a big thing for Wilson going forward. And honestly, let's see what happens in the second half. Which of the star players, whether it's Maddox Gruber or Kingston McCoy, can go off in the second half, or is it going to be somebody else like a John Edom or maybe like a Zach Zusky, who's been pretty quiet so far for Berks Catholic?
Yeah, on the flip side, when you're talking about Berks Catholic and looking for that second score, as you said, Zach Zusky has been the guy throughout the year, including right now 12.9 per game, but he had 34 for a career high against Muhlenberg. That was obviously on one extreme, but 2 was also on the other extreme for Zach Zusky. So where else could that help come from? For a while, it was Gavin Welker got it going. And I still think that freshman Carmelo Harper, once he becomes a little bit more comfortable in this environment, I think it's going to be a difference. Both Gavin Walker, who's a transfer from Daniel Boone, and Carmelo Harper, who's obviously a freshman, are new to this environment. They have not been in this kind of experience and this kind of environment before. This is playoff basketball, whether it's January, February, or March. This is playoff basketball.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, this is, chances are that these two teams can meet again the week of the county playoffs. I mean, who knows, how things line up. They could very well meet on Friday night for the championship on February 14th. We'll see. But right now, they need, Gavin Welker has struggled most of the year. We saw him, he had a really good game against Wilson the first game, but he's only been in double figures twice. He's on his way to do it again tonight, but only for the third time in 14 games. They need more production from him if they want to contend for Berks and district championships.
Again, Bulldogs on a 9-game winning streak. Saints trying to end that on their home floor and take the ultimate advantage if it comes down to it from a tiebreaker standpoint. They could take the series sweep of the Bulldogs if they can win in this game tonight. But right now, they're down by a point at halftime. Wilson 26, Berks Catholic 25. We'll take one more quick break when we come back. It's third quarter time here on WEEU, 8:30 a.m. in Reading.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
Hi, I'm Noah Newswinger, student body president at Berks Catholic High School. My school offers a wide variety of advanced curriculum combined with 21st century technology in the classroom for the most effective interactive experience. Our faculty develops close relationships with their students through small classroom settings to challenge and excel each individual. We have top-notch college counselors that provide the best service for your potential in post-secondary education through their remarkable efforts and strategic decision-making. Berks Catholic prepares you to be college-ready and life-ready.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer, we offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
26-25, Wilson on top of Berks Catholic. We are seconds away from the start of period number 3.
Bob, I'm going over the pregame keys for both teams. Let's go with Wilson first. They want to defend. They're defending. They want to make shots. They're shooting 40%. Could be a little bit more on that. They're playing with energy. They wanted to play with energy. They are. Berks Catholic, taking care of the basketball. Yes, they are. They only have 4 turnovers. Stop penetration by Carell Akings. They've done that. Third thing, get off to a fast start. They did that. So both coaches, maybe they're not happy in a 1-point game here, but their teams are doing what they wanted them to do in that first half. Now it's a matter of who steps up here in the second half. Is it going to be a star player like Kingston McCoy for Berks Catholic or Maddox Gruber for Wilson, or is it going to be somebody else? We'll find out.
McCoy with 8, Welker with 8 for Berks Catholic, 4 for Carmelo Harper, 3 for Jonathan Kozik, and 2 for Zach Susky, 8 for Carell Akings for the Bulldogs, 6 for Maddox Gruber, 5 for Edom, 4 for Luke Levan, 2 for Tommy McFadden, and 1 for Christo Hunsinger. 26-25, Bulldogs on top as we get set to start half number 2, presented to you in part by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. It'll be the Bulldogs to get the basketball to start. Again, they lead at 26-25.
Yeah, same lineups for both teams that started the games. Hey, Tommy McFadden, while Kingston McCoy has 8 points, he's 4 for 11 from the field. McFadden has done a really nice job defensively.
Akings has it right now. Again, had the fast start with 8 in the first quarter, nothing in the second. Bulldogs patiently working it outside. Now McFadden kind of resets back near half court, guarded by Zach Susky. And now Gruber. Dump it inside for Levan, and a push before that on the entry pass. They're going to get Kozik from behind on the push. His second, obviously the first foul of the second half, and with that, Kozik will come out. Johnny Gisa will check back in.
Gisa has a little bit more size than Kozik, especially if he's going to guard Levan.
Inbounds for Edom, swinging around for Akings. And now to Gruber off the screen, fakes the 3, drives for 2, and pulls up for 2.
Just the third basket of the night for Maddox Gruber. Nice mid-range jumper.
Got McCoy out of his way with the pump fake, freed himself up, and Maddox Gruber gives the Bulldogs a 3-point lead at 28-25. Gavin Welker out high. Akings almost took it away. Susky pulls it back for the Saints. Now he needs help somewhere. Gives it up for Geeson. Back to McCoy. McCoy pointing people in directions. Screen and roll. McCoy will keep it himself. Pull-up jumper for the baseline. No. Fight for the rebound. It's loose. Geeson comes up with a sophomore. Back up. No. Tipped around a couple of times. McCoy tries to save it, and it does. Off the legs of John Edom. The Berks Catholic will keep it. Good job by the sophomore Johnny Gisa to get himself in the midst of all of that and get his team another look, and now a third opportunity for the Saints on the inbound. Inbounds for McCoy. And now from left side to right, Susky with a catch and shoot 3, in and out, and rebounded by McFadden. McFadden up the floor looking for Gruber. Gruber catch and shoot 3, got it.
Great look by McFadden in transition to Gruber alone on the right side.
Bulldogs lead. Their largest is 6, 31-25. Third 3 of the night for Maddox Gruber. And in double figures for the 17th time this season. Only once in Bulldogs' 18 games he has not been over double figures. Here's Welker, drives himself into a double team, kicks it to nobody. Right in between 2 other teammates, Gisa and Altamar. The Saints turn it over. 6:16 to go in the third. It's 31-25 Wilson, and the Bulldogs have the basketball. McFadden, Levan, Edom, Akings, and Gruber for Wilson. Gruber for Akings. Tough catch and shoot 3. It's in and out. Levan with an offensive rebound. The putback. No. Edom tipped it. Fight for the rebound, and finally Zach Susky comes away with it. Wilson goes 0 for 3 on the trip. Here's McCoy in the open floor, flying from one end to the other, and will finish for 2.
Yeah, big basket by McCoy to cut this lead to 4. Wilson with 3 opportunities. Akings' 3 was in and out, and then Levan and Edom both couldn't finish around the rim.
McCoy in his usual double figures, averages over 20 a game. Here's Akings driving with a tough shot. No, Gisa pulls away the rebound for Berks Catholic. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead by 4. Berks Catholic has the basketball. McCoy, crossover dribble, trying to get away from McFadden. Can't. Gives it up for Susky. He'll drive into traffic, up with his floater. No. Levan with a rebound. Here comes John Edom and Wilson. Up ahead for Akings. Flip back for Gruber. Couldn't quite handle it. Wilson almost turned it over. Now they gain possession. Gruber, tough crossover shot, shoots for 3. No. Rebounded by Gavin Welker.
Gruber was looking for the foul. No foul call, though, on the three-point attempt.
4:50 left to go in the third. 31-27 Wilson. Berks Catholic with the basketball. McCoy, double team, doesn't give it up, keeps it himself, gets McFadden up in the air, jumper, no, McFadden rebounds. Terrell Akings with it in the left corner, right in front of the Bulldog bench. Johnny Gieson knocked it away, take away Saints. Good denial defense by the sophomore Johnny Gieson, the Saints have it back.
Yeah, you got to throw the ball up high to get it to Levan.
McCoy. Clear out. McCoy drives right into a triple team. Still gets a shot up, and Levan blocked it. Outlet pass. Gruber and Akings on a 2-on-1. Behind the back from Gruber to Akings and a foul. Great run out for the Bulldogs, and Gruber dishes with the behind the back feed. Akings will shoot 2. Zach Susky gets called for the Saint foul, and a good foul by Susky because that's a layup for Akings otherwise. And Akings will shoot 2 at the line instead.
But Bob, big time block shot by Luke Levan on Kingston McCoy at the other end. Matt Colton's got to love to see that defensive aggressiveness from the senior.
And that started the run out for Gruber and Akings. And the foul by Susky is his first. Akings' first free throw is no good. Wilson 1 for 5 from the free throw line right now. Carmelo Harper back in now for the Saints. Brady Altamar will come out. John Edom comes out for Wilson. Cam Zulinger comes in. As Akings at the free throw line to shoot a second. And that's good. 9 for Corell Akings. The lead is 5 for Wilson. 32-27 Bulldogs on top. We're about to hit the halfway mark of quarter number 3. Gisa to the corner for Susky. Swing around for Harper. Tough shot on the catch and shoot, and the freshman buried it. Oh, what a shot for Carmelo Harper and a foul. Looks like they fouled Harper on the shot as well. He's going to get a 3-point shot out of this.
That was on Gruber, I'm sure, because Gruber was the one guarding him. Yep, that's what it's on, I think.
Well, Matt Coldren has a puzzled look on his face. Yep, Maddox Gruber now has 1 foul. He did not have a foul before that, so his first personal, putting Harper at the line. He misses the free throw, so it's a 32-29 game after Harper's bucket gives him 6 on the night. 3:45 left to go in the third. 32-29 Wilson. They've got the basketball. Gruber, good touch pass inside to Levan for 2.
Really nice ball movement by the Bulldogs. Gruber makes the entry pass to Levan. They've made a concerted effort trying to get him the ball here in the third quarter.
6 for Levan. The lead is 5 for Wilson with 3:30 to go in the third. McCoy in front of the St. bench, right through the trap, and drives in an easy 2.
That was the easiest basket of the night for Kingston McCoy.
12 now for McCoy. Went right through the attempt to trap him out high and took it to the rim instead. McFadden for Gruber. To the corner for Akings. Guarded by Harper. Zulinger, catch and shoot, doesn't pull the trigger on the 3. McFadden will drive, dump it for Zulinger. Again, doesn't pull the trigger because Zulinger can't shoot it. Gruber off the Levan screen. Gruber sees a hole stripped by Gisa, picked up by the sophomore. Again, Johnny Gisa forces another Bulldog turnover. McCoy has it back on the offensive end. Gisa sets the screen. This time McCoy can't get through the traffic. Gives it up for Harper instead. This time it's blocked by Gruber. Controlled by Akings. Back the other way comes Wilson. Kick it back for McFadden. Wilson will run the offense. 2:30 to go in the third. 34-31 Wilson. Inside lob for Levan. A little bit too tall. Knocked away. Wilson controls it. Trying to get it inside to Levan, guarded by the sophomore Gisa. Akings.
Levan's really working hard to get the ball, making himself available underneath.
Gisa doing a nice job of denying him right now. Gruber goes the other way, goes around the defense and finishes with the left hand.
Really pretty move by Maddox Gruber against the freshman Harper.
13 now for Maddox Gruber. The lead back to 5 for Wilson at 36-31. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the third. Susky swings it for Gisa from left side to right and back the other way for Welker. Going to spot up for 3, well short. May have been partially blocked by Zulinger. Wilson has it back the other way. 1:35 to go. Tried to go for the entry pass. McCoy tipped it away. Turnover Wilson.
Very good defense by McCoy.
Maddox Gruber telegraphed a little bit. McCoy back the other way for 3. Yes. McCoy pulls the Saints to within a deuce at 36-34 on his first 3 of the night, his 24th of the season. 1:15 to go in the third. A 2-point Wilson lead, 36-34, and a turnover Wilson.
That's the 4th one of this quarter so far. They only had 3 in the first half.
Back-to-back possessions for Wilson in the turnover column with 1:10 to go in the third. Saints get it back. Michael Glover and John Edom back into the game for Wilson.
Again, McFadden takes his seat for the last minute of the third quarter. John Edom will guard Kingston McCoy.
With a minute to go in quarter number 3, Bryce Gumby also checked in at the stoppage for Berks Catholic. He gives it back for McCoy. Johnny Gisa taking a breather for the Saints. Jackson Kozik also back in there for Berks Catholic as Susky's out. McCoy, top of the key, long 3, bounces around the rim and finally falls off to the side and into the hands of Maddox Gruber with 45 seconds left in the third. Wilson hold for 1. With inside of 40 seconds to go in the third quarter and a 2-point lead. Akings.
I think Matt Coldren just called one shot.
Try to extend that lead to a little bit more and run off some time to finish off the third quarter as well for the Bulldogs. That's when Wilson made their run in the first meeting between these two teams. Zulinger goes the other way. Zulinger up inside, off the rim, no. Ball is loose on the floor, and Bryce Gumby comes up with it for Berks Catholic. The Saints have a shot here, but they got to hurry.
Don't realize the clock.
McCoy does with 3, with 2, long for 3. If it goes, it does not. And Kingston McCoy knew exactly what he needed to do, which was get that shot up in a hurry, but too far away. And Wilson has the lead after 3. Bulldogs 36, Saints 34. Welcome back to Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium for the Final 8 right after this on 8:30 a.m. WEU in Reading.
The seasons are changing, and so are Chick-fil-A's seasonal selections. Last year, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich became the brand's best-selling seasonal offering of all time, and it's back to defend that title. Plus, for the first time in 13 years, the Banana Pudding Milkshake has returned to the Chick-fil-A menu, both available now for a limited time. Download the Chick-fil-A One app for easy ordering, rewards, and to vote for the I Am Able Foundation and Chick-fil-A's True Inspiration Awards. Why Missing's I Am Able is one of 5 Northeast nonprofits up for a grant. Vote in the Chick-fil-A One app today.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis. No matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
We invite you to stick around for our post-game show presented by Pizza Como. We'll have a Reading Fighting Phil's Player of the Game, our American Diner Play of the Game, and when we're finished here from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium, we'll throw things back to WEU Studios, where Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob will have the scoreboard show for you coming up live from WEU when we're done here. Berks Catholic with the basketball to start the fourth quarter alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. Kingston McCoy immediately goes inside, and we are tied as a result. McCoy with 17 ties the game at 36 apiece.
Got a screen from Jackson Kozik on that one, and Kozik's got to be careful. That was close to a moving screen.
Akings drives hard inside after almost getting his pocket picked by Bryce Gumby, and Akings draws the foul. He's going to shoot 2.
Well, no surprise in the third quarter. Both teams went to their star players. Kingston McCoy with 7 points for the Saints. Maddox Gruber with 7 points for the Bulldogs.
McCoy adding 2 more here to get him to 17. And now Akings to try to match that on the other end. Akings gets himself into double figures with the first of 2 free throws. Correll, the junior, now in double figures for the 11th time. Again, this is the Bulldogs' 18th game of the season. 15-2 and winners of 9 straight. Second free throw by Akings, also good. So his 2 for 2 puts Wilson right back up by 2 at 38-36. McCoy, Gumby, Harper, Kozik, and Welker, the 5 out there for the Saints. The hands again of McCoy. Directing traffic, guarded by McFadden. Pulls Kozik out to set the screen. McCoy tried to go around it. McFadden fights through it. Welker blocked by Edom. John Edom saves it as well.
Terrific defense by John Edom.
Inside entry pass from McFadden to Levan, and it's out of bounds. McFadden went one way. Levan wasn't expecting it. Wilson will give it right back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm thinking that was a miscommunication. Tommy McFadden jumped up and down after he threw the pass. Not sure if I think he thought Luke Levan was going to turn the other way.
So we're a minute in. It's 38-36. McCoy, step back for 3 in the lead. No. Long rebound. Gruber saves it to Akings. The Wilson Bulldogs have it back. Akings bumped and fouled by Bryce Gumby.
Wilson trying to get its transition game going. Gumby with maybe not a very dumb foul, really kind of smart foul, stop the transition.
So the Bulldogs looking for their first field goal. Go inside for Gruber here in the 4th quarter. Blocked by McCoy and controlled by Berks Catholic.
Gruber tried to challenge the taller McCoy and got it blocked.
Wilson still leads by 2. Thanks to Akings, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Gumby, step back for 3, going to put up the shot and buried it.
First shot of the night, and it's a 3. In the 4th quarter, down 2. Saints now up 1.
39-38, Saints back up on top. 6:20 to go. Edom with a floater, rattles it home. John Edom for 2.
Yeah, 2 unlikely offensive scores there. Gumby and Edom.
And it's 40-39 as a result. Edom now with 7. McCoy off the Kozik screen to roll. It didn't give it to him. Gumby going to try it again. This one spins out, and Edom has the rebound. Edom in the open floor, going to hold up, put on the brakes, and set up the offense. Inside of 6 minutes to go. Gruber, crossover dribble to the corner. Edom, catch and shoot 3. No. Good box out by Jackson Kozik and rebounded for the Saints. McCoy, Kozik, Harper, Welker, and Gumby, the 5 on the floor right now for Berks Catholic on offense. The man-to-man defense for Wilson. Harper, freshman, guarded by the senior and Gruber. Gives it up instead for the junior Kingston McCoy in front of the Saint bench. Swinging from right side to left for Welker. Saints showing some patience on this possession. Especially looking relatively calm sitting on the Berks Catholic bench, as always. Off the screen, Harper, a little stutter step, drive inside, and rolled it home. Tough shot and a finish.
Yeah, it looked like Levan might have gotten a piece of it, but Harper got the roll.
And the Saints are back up on top as a result, 41-48 now for Carmelo Harper with 5:05 left to go in the ballgame.
How many lead changes this quarter, Bob?
3 in the quarter.
Okay.
I've lost track in the game. I'm recounting.
Yeah.
Inside of 5 minutes to go, 41-40, Saints on top. Edom.
Looking for Levan inside on Kozik.
They'll give it to Cutter and Akings, who took his eye off the ball for just a second, and Wilson turns it over as a result.
Wilson's got sloppy with its ball handling here in the second half. That's turnover number 6. 9 overall, but 6 here in the second half.
Cam Zulinger back into the game now for the Bulldogs, and Edom will take a breather. Brady Altamar back in for Berks Catholic. Gavin Welker comes out. McCoy, who never comes out, gives up for Altamar. And now to Gumby. Back to McCoy, back and resets, back near half court. By the way, neither team has called a timeout in this game. Just thought I'd mention that. McCoy, little stutter step move, kicks it back for Altamar. Back to McCoy, faked the 3, and then a double dribble, I believe, called, or a foul.
It's gonna be a foul.
Yep, foul called on the Bulldogs.
It's going to be on Glover, I think.
Yep. Michael Glover could not put on the brakes. Once that big body got going in one direction, he commits the foul, just his first. Berks Catholic will inbound underneath. Now Tamar. McCoy catch and shoot three, well short, rebounded by Zulinger. McFadden tried for the entry pass. McCoy tried to take it back. It's loose on the floor. McFadden hustles to get it back. McCoy over the top will commit the foul.
Tommy McFadden got hit in the head.
McCoy kind of jumped in on the pile with the ball on the floor.
Yeah. No, it was a loose ball. He got hit in the head. I don't think any intent there.
Stops the clock with the injury timeout and the foul with exactly 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. McFadden, one tough kid, and doesn't want to come out. He obviously has to come out of the game. McCoy shakes his hand and says, sorry, dude, didn't mean to do that. And commits the foul in the process. First foul on Kingston McCoy's the third against Berks Catholic in the period. And obviously McFadden will have to come out.
He's calling a timeout, though, and so he's going to allow McFadden to stay in the game.
See if they can clear the cobwebs out a little bit for Tommy McFadden. We'll take a timeout as well. Exactly halfway through the fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go when we get back. Saints 41, Bulldogs 40 on WEEU and Reading.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
Big night of basketball for you here at WEU. High school basketball right now with the Saints and the Bulldogs in a one-point game with 4 minutes left to go. The scoreboard show will follow our broadcast. Then coming up at 10 o'clock tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers try and break a 6-game losing streak. They'll take on the Denver Nuggets. So that shouldn't be a problem. Out in Denver, 10 o'clock tip-off. And Tom McGinnis will have the call for you right here on WEU. But Tommy McFadden is right back into the game, so the timeout gets him back in. He inbounds it for Akings and a give and screen and roll for Glover, who's fouled from behind. Michael Glover will shoot two at the line.
Nice distribution by Corell Akings off the inbounds play. Glover goes to the line to shoot two.
Fouls on Carmelo Harper.
More importantly, Bob, that's the fourth team foul for the Saints with 3:55. So the next foul, Wilson will be in the double bonus.
Glover misses the first. He's now 9 for 13 from the free throw line on the season. Susky back in and Gumby out now for the Saints, with Glover shooting a second free throw. Bulldogs 4 for 9 from the stripe, with Glover now making the second. So his first point ties us again at 41. 3 ties, 6 lead changes for those of you counting that at home. 3:45 left to go.
A little change in the defense here, a little half-court trap from the Bulldogs.
McCoy gives it up for Welker to the baseline for Susky. Not looking for a shot, tried to force it into McCoy, who kicks it back and swings it around. Harper fakes the three, and it dishes for Welker, but a timeout called by Berks Catholic before all that. Snip Basley didn't really like what he was seeing on the offensive side. He's going to call a timeout, and it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. So both teams have now called a 30-second timeout here in this quarter.
Welker looked like he had a three on the right wing, but before he got to release it, Snip called a timeout. I think he was trying to have them adjust to Wilson's half-court trap. He wants to run something out of it, or at least be aware of certain things that the Bulldogs are doing out of it.
3:30 left to go in the ball game. We are tied at 41 apiece. Reminder, we are just getting started for the week. We'll be back at it on Thursday night. Muhlenberg at Reading High will be at the Geigel for that one. And then Friday night, right back here at Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium for another girls matchup here on WEU is the Mustangs of Governor Mifflin and their outstanding sophomore class, including Bella Supers, having a terrific sophomore season for the Mustangs, taking on Madison Langdon, and the Berks Catholic Saints will be live right back here on Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium on Friday night on our coverage here on WEEU.
Wilson back to man-to-man.
McCoy drives, kicks it for Welker. Welker will drive right through it to defenders and scores.
Big basket by Gavin Welker. His first basket since the first quarter.
His first basket against Wilson in the second half in 2 games. And he puts the Saints on top 43-41. Here's Glover in the low post. Going to back down Kozik. Up with a shot at home. Michael Glover for 2.
Nice power move by Glover with the left hand. His strong hand.
We are tied again now at 43. Inside of 3 minutes to go. Here's the trap to give up. Get McCoy to give it up. He gets it right back from Harper. McCoy to the foul line. Kick. Susky corner 3. Got it. Zach Susky with his second field goal of the night.
Yeah, Susky's been cold. That time he found the range from the right corner.
First point since the first quarter is 14-3. Saints lead by 3. Gruber up and in and draws the foul. Maddox, Gruber drives inside, drew the contact, put the ball on the rim, and will shoot 2 instead. Foul's going to be on McCoy. That's going to be his second. And the Saints' 5th.
So from here on out, Wilson will be in the double bonus.
Gruber at the free throw line for the first time tonight. Maddox, a 78% free throw shooter on the season. First is good. 14 for Gruber with another free throw to come. Again, went over the 1,000-point mark in the win over Harrisburg on Saturday. With his 14 tonight, now 1,016 in his career. Second free throw is no good. Fight for the rebound, and Michael Glover will win it. Bulldogs down by 2, and they get it back.
Glover has made some big plays for the Bulldogs tonight.
Gruber pulls up for the 2 and the tie and got it. So that combination, Glover on the boards, Gruber on the finish, and it comes up big for the second time for Berks Catholic, and a timeout, for Wilson, a timeout called by the Saints after Wilson ties it at 46 with 2:22 left to go.
You know, Bob, we were saying about for Berks Catholic's offense, they need somebody else to step up besides Kingston McCoy. Kingston has just 2 points here in the fourth quarter, but they've gotten baskets from they've gotten 3s from Zach Susky and Bryce Gumby, and 2s from Gavin Welker and Carmelo Harper. That's been big.
That's what the coach wanted.
Exactly.
Somebody else to step up besides Kingston McCoy. And we are tied at 46 following the Saint timeout with 2:22 left to go.
And, of course, Wilson's got 3 points from Michael Glover this quarter. And then the terrific offensive rebound and look to Gruber.
So Gruber was 16. McCoy was 17 in the rarefied air of the talent show between the two. We're tied at 46, and the Saints have the basketball following the timeout. Swinging around for Susky from the left side. Right back to McCoy, again guarded by McFadden. Now Harper will come out and set the screen for McCoy. They trap him, try to get him to pick up the dribble. He does not. Gives it up for Welker, drives, kicks it back. McCoy for 3, wide open, yes!
Great penetration and great find. Great getting to an open spot for Kingston McCoy.
McCoy's second 3 of the game puts Berks Catholic back up by 3. 49-46, 1:40 left to play. Out high for Edom, right side for McFadden, and now to Gruber, guarded by McCoy. From right side to the top for Zulinger and back to Gruber.
Wilson does not need a 3 here. They just need a basket.
Inside of a minute and a half to go. Gruber looking, scanning the defense, gives it up, swinging around from left side to right. Edom, the cutter. Good job by Welker to close it off. Kick it back for Zulinger. And now for Akings. Bulldogs showing patience, down by 3.
Also good defense by the Saints.
Again, from right side back to left, right in front of the Wilson bench is John Edom. And now for Zulinger. Akings catch and shoot for 3 in the tie. No, Zulinger tipped it right back to Akings. He'll try it again for 3, and we are tied.
What a massive offensive rebound by Cam Zulinger.
Correll Akings buries the 3 with the tip out, and we are tied again at 49.
And I'm going to guess that the Saints are going to play for one shot here in a tie game.
40 seconds to go. Can they hang on against the Bulldog defense for that long? McCoy drives, kicks it back. Kozik to the corner for Harper. 30 seconds to go in the hands of McCoy out near half court. Bulldogs have a foul to give, and they just took it.
Smart.
Cam Zulinger will commit that foul. That's their 4th. The next one puts
No, that's only their second.
Excuse me, that is only their second. So they've
They
got
got
two.
plenty.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
with
they got plenty
24.8 to go.
Timeout, Wilson.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. As you said, 24.8 left to go. We'll keep it here and kind of break this thing down a little bit because here's the situation. We are tied at 49, 24.8 left to go. As we said, that is the second foul against Wilson. And as a result of that, the Bulldogs can commit 2 more fouls. The third one would send them to the free throw line. So they can waste some time by committing some fouls on the defensive side.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what Matt Colgin, why he called the timeout, to tell them that. Zulinger heard Matt from the sideline and fouled immediately, fouled McCoy out away from the basket. I'm going to guess they're going to try to but use 2 fouls here in the next 20 seconds or so.
Right, because to your point, Berks Catholic will like to hold on to the ball to take one last shot to win it, and Wilson will use those fouls somewhat strategically. They ideally will make Berks Catholic eat some time off the clock before they commit a foul.
If I'm Snip Esterly, I'm telling the kids, if you anticipate a foul, get into the act of shooting.
So following the Wilson timeout, it is Berks Catholic basketball. Again, 24.8 left to go, tied at 49. Saints in their offensive half with the inbounds. It's McCoy, Welker, Harper, Altamar, and Seski. So 5 shooters on the floor for Berks Catholic. Trying to get it in the hands of McCoy, who has to come in the backcourt to get it. Guarded by McFadden. On a clear out, McCoy trying to get loose, can't. Gives it up, gets it back with 16 to go, and there's the foul.
McFadden with the foul.
Be just his first, and there again is the third. So they have one more yet to give, and Berks Catholic ran 10 seconds off the clock, so 14.9 now to play. And it's back in the hands of McCoy. McCoy drives and foul before the shot. So that's the last one that was the freebie.
McCoy tried to go up with the shot, but the foul was called on the floor, and I think it was the right call as well.
It's on McFadden again. So 2 on McFadden. So now the next one puts the Saints at the free throw line. And so now Berks Catholic will call the timeout. So the master craftsmen on the sidelines, who have combined for over 1,200 wins in their career.
Just 1,200 wins.
And know each other like brothers and love to compete against each other, sometimes on the basketball floor, sometimes on other surfaces. And this time they are competing against each other, but they like to save their timeouts. Both coaches have always been that way. They like to keep those timeouts in their pockets as best they can, and they did a great job in this one. Neither one called a timeout until the fourth quarter.
There's only one guy who's getting the ball here, number 2, Kingston McCoy.
Sink or swim. You're either going to win it or go to halftime or go to overtime.
Like if 2 or 3 defenders come up on him, he's got to look for the open man. And I'm going to guess the open man in this case will either be Zach Zusky, Gavin Welker, or Carmelo Harper.
Altamar will be the inbounder. Again, 11.9 left to go. McCoy is away at the foul line right now.
He's going to come out here. Yep.
Pops out. McFadden guards him. Trying to get away from it. Behind his back. McCoy drives. Tough shot. Got it. Hooks to McCoy with 5 seconds to go. Wilson will call a timeout.
I mean, that was terrific defense by Tommy McFadden. He was right on him. Didn't matter. Kingston McCoy makes the basket from the left side.
22 for McCoy, right about his average of 21.2. Bryce Gumby's going to check in now for some defense for the Saints, who will go on defense. Wilson has the basketball with 5.2 left to go, but they're trailing by 2, 51-49 on the bucket by Kingston McCoy.
I don't think Matt Colgin could have asked for anything more from Tommy McFadden, his defense on that play. I mean, he was right on Kingston McCoy, and McCoy just shot the ball over him and made it.
5.7 to go. Wilson will get the basketball, but the Bulldogs do have to go the length of the floor to score here.
But they have one timeout left.
Berks Catholic will pick up defensively full court, you would
doubt.
assume.
It would have to
slow him down. And he fouled by the Saints. Going for a steal would put Wilson at the free throw line. A prolonged timeout for Matt Colgin. trying to get as much out of this timeout as he can before the officials finally say, all right, that's enough. Let's go play.
Second horn now.
It'll be Zulinger, Gruber, McFadden, Edom, and Akings, the 5 on the floor. So, again, it's pretty much the same way. 5 guys who can handle and shoot it for Wilson.
Yeah, I actually thought Akings was going to be one of the guys in the backcourt here. He's in the front court, guarded by Brady Altamar.
Edom will be the inbounder for Gruber. Cross half court. Gruber trying to get the shot. Good if it goes. Off the glass. No, and the Berks Catholic Saints will win the game. Maddox Gruber went for the 3. If it went, it was a win. Instead, it comes up empty, and the Saints will take the W. 51-49, our final score.
Yeah, he dribbled down the right in front of us, down the sideline, and got off a 3. It was off balance, had a chance, bounced off the front of the rim, and no good.
Really, before Kingston McCoy could catch up with him defensively,
Really? Oh, yeah.
Maddox Gruber wanted to get that, put himself in a position to score. And as a result, the Berks Catholic Saints hold on 51-49. We'll take a timeout. We come back. It's our Pizza Como postgame show. A whole lot more to come your way from Berks Catholic tonight here on WEEU in Reading.
Shopping at Redner's has never been easier or more convenient with Redner's Ready, the order online and pickup service for Redner's Markets. Visit rednersmarkets.com and click on the Redner's Ready icon. Then choose your items, pay online, and pick up your order in any of the designated Redner's Ready parking spaces, and your groceries will be brought right to your car. It's Redner's Ready, the convenient online order and pickup service available only at rednersmarkets.com.
Hi, I'm Noah Newswinger, student body president at Berks Catholic High School. My school offers a wide variety of advanced curriculum combined with 21st century technology in the classroom for the most effective interactive experience. Our faculty develops close relationships with their students through small classroom settings to challenge and excel each individual. We have top-notch college counselors that provide the best service for your potential in post-secondary education through their remarkable efforts and strategic decision-making. Berks Catholic prepares you to be college-ready and life-ready.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away. Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
Welcome to the Pizza Como postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the Fifth Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is the Yard, a virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como and the Yard, 4600 Fifth Street Highway in Temple. The Berks Catholic Saints with a bucket by Kingston McCoy, with 5 seconds and change remaining in the ballgame, and it turns out to hold up as the Bulldogs got one last shot off by Maddox Gruber on a runner to try to win it, but come up empty, and the Saints come up with a W, so they take both games in this series against Wilson, winning the first one back in West Lawn at 54-49, all the way back at the beginning of December, and now taking the second game of it as well with a 51-49, so virtually the same score in the second meeting between Berks Catholic and Wilson, and just as we expected, a tightly contested ball game and to the wire. Anytime anybody started to look like maybe they might make a move, the other came right back, and nothing to find out more than what happened at the beginning of the second quarter when the Saints went on a run that started at the end of the first, went on an 11-0 run to open up a 21-10 lead, but that just got the Bulldogs started as they came right back and scored 10 straight of their own to cut it to a one-point game, and then ultimately took a lead to the locker room at halftime at 26-25, and then pushed it out to a 6-point lead in the third quarter at 31-25, and it was back to a 2-point game, however, after 3. And when it was all said and done, it was back and forth in the fourth quarter. We had 2 ties and 3 lead changes in the fourth quarter alone, with the final buzzer shot, or the final bucket, coming at the hands of Kingston McCoy, and the Saints with the victory. As a result, McCoy finishes with 22, and the Saints come up with the W. Rich Garcella is gathering the troops down on the floor. Rich, take it away.
Thanks, Bob. We're here with Berks Catholic coach Snip Esterly and Berks Catholic junior Kingston McCoy following the Saints' hard-fought 51-49 win over Wilson. What a game. Let's start with Kingston McCoy, Snip. It's a good place. What did Coach tell you during that last timeout before you hit the game winner from the left side?
The play was just drawn up to get me the ball at the top and let me go to work in the ISO ball. We knew that they were blowing up the screen, so I was better to go off 1-on-1 than 2-on-1. So we got the ball. I shot, I think, a little bit too early. That's what Coach Linderman had told me, but we got the bucket, and that's all that mattered.
How tough was Tommy McFadden on you tonight? You scored 22 points against him, but he was right on you at the end.
Yeah, he's a great defender, man. I only hit 1 3. My three wasn't falling this game. It's all right. I kept shooting it, but at the end of the game, that's how I got to the mid range. But he's a great defender, man. He's a great defender.
What is it about Wilson that seems to bring out the best in not only you but your teammates?
I don't know. I mean, Wilson's a good rivalry game. We know they're good. They know we're good, and it's just one of those games that we like to come out and play every single time.
What does this win do for you at this time of the year with less than 2 weeks to go in the regular season?
A hard-fought win like this shows us what we got to work on. Down at the free throw line, we let up a couple second chance points. They got a 6-0 run 2 times in a row, and we just can't have that. That's a 12-point swing right there, and that just can't happen in playoff basketball. It's a preview of playoff basketball. That's what it is.
Do you think there's a chance that you can meet them again in the county playoffs?
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible in county playoffs, man. We'll just look forward to it.
Kingston, thanks a lot. I'm going to talk to Coach. Appreciate it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
We're with Snip Esterly now. Was there any doubt that number 2 was going to get the basketball on that last possession?
No, there was never a doubt. What can I say about Kingston? Because I'll tell you what, you say this a lot, but I would never trade Kingston for any player because he's the whole package, not only as a basketball player, but as a person. He's got a great personality, and he's a great leader.
What did you tell him during the timeout? What exactly did you tell him?
Well, we knew he was going to be focused on Kingston, that's for sure. So what we did was we set up an out-of-bounds play where we did a back screen because they weren't expecting a back screen by Kingston, right? And he popped out, and then we spread the floor, and Kingston went to work. Like he said, he went a little too early, but you know what? He made it.
Snip, he had 22 points, but Tommy McFadden played him really tough defensively and even was right on him at the end of the game. What does it say not only about Kingston but about McFadden?
McFadden is a great – you can tell he's a soccer player. I heard he's a tremendous soccer player, and soccer players can move their feet. They're great defenders, and he's strong too. And he gave Kingston all he could handle, but Kingston was right there. Kingston, like he said, his 3 wasn't going tonight. He forced a couple, but you know what? You got to have that at your player sometimes.
You got a couple baskets from some different guys in the fourth quarter. Zach hit a big 3. Bryce Gumby hit a big 3. Gavin, you got some contributions in that fourth quarter. How important were they?
That's exactly what we needed. We need that from Zach. We need it from Gavin and Bryce. I'm trying to get him some more minutes because he's such a great athlete. And you've seen tonight played really well defensively. He almost had a loose ball there. He gives tremendous hustle, and we're going to try to get him some minutes.
What did you want to do on Wilson's last possession? What did you think was going to happen? Were you holding your breath when that shot went up?
We thought Gruber was going to get it, so I thought we were in good hands with we just didn't want maybe Kingston get screened off or something and not be able to cover him. And I think we definitely didn't want the ball over our heads, okay? And that's why we didn't cover the inbound. But I thought Kingston forced him to the side and didn't let him penetrate this. And he took a kind of a crazy shot.
What can a win like this tonight, the way, not just beating Wilson, which had won 9 straight, but the way you won it, what can it do for your team going down the stretch here?
It'll give you tremendous confidence. I think they're one of the better teams in District 3. In 6A, I think they have a great shot of winning in the districts. That's how good they are. And they were playing great ball coming in here. And we were kind of like, up and down, up and down. But tonight we played a good ball game, I thought. We had some mistakes, obviously, but kids are going to do that.
All right, Snip. We'll see you next Monday here against the Reading High Red Knights. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Back to you, Bob.
Snip Essley and the Saints with the W and a big one. A hard-fought one for sure, but the Saints come out on top by a final score of 51-49. And their reward, well, they get to go to Governor Mifflin on Thursday night. Wilson, on the other side, comes home to play Exeter. It is far, far from over. Here's the stretch for the Bulldogs coming up. They are at Exeter they're home against Exeter on Thursday. Then they're home against Governor Mifflin, at Reading, and home against Muhlenberg. The Saints have one more crossover left against Daniel Boone. But as I said, they started with a game Thursday against Governor Mifflin, as Rich said. Then they'll get the Red Knights of Reading High on Monday, and then ultimately at Muhlenberg. So that's the rundown as this Division I battle continues for the remainder of the season. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with more of our Pizza Como post-game show, including our Reading Fighting Phil's Player of the Game, our American Diner Play of the Game. Can't imagine what that one might be, but we'll have it all when we come back here on WEEU after this.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that PA crafted crunch.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Hi, I am Molly McFadden. I'm a senior at Berks Catholic High School. I'm a member of St. Ignatius Church in Sticky Spring. God is the center of everything we do at Berks Catholic. There are so many ways for us to experience Jesus at BC. Through Holy Mass, service projects, retreats, theology class, and faith-based clubs and activities, we strive to be the best we can every day to help ourselves and others get to heaven.
Come be a part of something amazing. For more information or to schedule a shadow day, please visit berkscatholic.org. And it's always a great day to be a saint.
Welcome back to our Pizza Como postgame show. Tonight's Player of the Game is brought to you by the Reading Fighting Phils and our all-new Redners Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R-Phils all-new Redners Event Center banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redners Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. And Kingston McCoy, just talking with Rich Garcella a moment ago, comes up with what's, another night at the office for Kingston McCoy. Comes in averaging 21.2 points per game, finishes with 22, and the ball in his hands an awful lot. Kingston McCoy drops a couple of threes on the night as well, gives him now 25 on the season. And Kingston McCoy, for the seventh time this season, is over 20 points in the game in a game. Tonight's Play of the Game brought to you by the American Diner in West Reading. Whether it's a breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a late-night snack, you'll find a variety of menu items and homemade desserts. American Diner serves breakfast all day long, and dinner entrees include dinner rolls and butter, soup and salad bar, and a choice of potato or vegetables. There's a full senior citizen menu that includes a free dessert. Military veterans receive a 10% discount. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and serving the community for generations since 1994. And when you get your player of the game with the ball in his hands with less than 10 seconds left to go, and he makes the shot that wins the game, well, there's your player of the game pretty much as well. All summed up in one little nice little package with Kingston McCoy getting that shot to beat but I would say beat the buzzer, but beat the Bulldogs when it's all said and done with 5 seconds to go.
He took it too
Yeah,
early.
he did.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. So try it again.
Regardless that it was the game winner.
Let's run this back and try it again and do it
come
better.
On. Oh, no, it was terrific play. Snip Esserly said it. They ran a back screen for him so he could get the ball. And then he beat Tommy McFadden. Tommy McFadden is a terrific defender and played him really tough. I'm just looking at this. Kingston McCoy was right about it. He was 2 for 11 from 3-point range.
Yeah.
But he still managed to score 22 and the game winner. Just a terrific player. And what a game, Bob. I mean, we were treated to another great high school basketball game here on WEEU.
Yeah, we're going to take one more quick timeout, come back and wrap up tonight's game, set you up for the rest of the week as well. And don't forget the scoreboard show will follow in our coverage is complete here from Lloyd Wolf Gymnasium. Back right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge, and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
Final numbers from an individual standpoint, as we said, Kingston McCoy with 22, also double figures for Gavin Welker tonight. He finished with 10, 8 off the bench for Carmelo Harper, 5 for Zach Susky, and 3 each for Jackson Kozik and Bryce Gumby, and the Saints total of 51. For the Bulldogs, led by Maddox Gruber with 16, 14 for Carell Akings, 7 for John Edom, 6 for Luke Levan, 3 for Michael Glover, 2 for Tom McFadden, and 1 for Christo Hunsinger, and the Bulldogs total of 49. So again, talking about this Division I, and Rich, I had mentioned to you as we were getting set for this game that if the Bulldogs can win this game, it really could put them in a position to maybe pull away. But as we've really been talking about throughout this season, and we've talked to the coaches about how many losses you think the Division I champion is going to have, and they're all saying 3 or maybe 4. Well, the Bulldogs, again, with a win tonight, maybe they can pull away. Maybe not.
No, this would have really opened things up for them because Wilson would have still had to play Reading and Exeter and Muhlenberg.
Yes.
Am I right? Yeah. So
Mifflin.
And Mifflin. I mean, there's still a lot of work to do for all these teams,
Right.
including Berks Catholic. But what this has done, this Berks Catholic 2-point win over Wilson, it's tightened up the division. And I do think, I know Matt Coldren said this to us in December. He thought maybe even 4 losses might win the division. I'm not going to go that far, but I do think 3 will. I don't think Berks Catholic and Wilson each are 6-2. I think it's going to. I think it's going to be a team that's 9-3 is going to win this division.
That's what the possibilities look like. Again, 2 weeks left to go in the season, and another run for everybody through Division I. So you're gonna have to taste. You're getting tested every night, and you get whatever you did in the first round, a chance to make something happen. And again, I keep saying this, but just don't forget, Reading High right now obviously is the 5th team in all of this. They're the team on the outside looking in. They just beat Central Dauphin on Saturday. They did it without Jeremiah Kamara. He'll be in their next game, and don't discount the Red Knights because they're going to get you if you do.
Absolutely. They can beat any of the teams that they have left on their schedule. The other thing is Berks Catholic has a slight advantage. They've already played Exeter. They lost to Exeter.
That's true. Yep.
But they've already played them. Wilson, Reading, this Muhlenberg, I think,
Yes.
Wilson, Reading, and Muhlenberg. And no, Mifflin doesn't. Mifflin also
Correct.
has played Exeter. But Wilson, Reading, and Muhlenberg still have to play Exeter. So it's basically another division game, an extra division game, compared to Berks Catholic and Governor Mifflin, which have already played the Eagles.
So there's an awful lot left to be decided, and our coverage will continue again on Thursday night. We'll be at the Geico Complex, Muhlenberg at Reading, and then right back here on Friday night for a girls contest. The Division I and the girls conference is a bit of a logjam as well, with a bunch of teams fighting for it, including the two we'll see on Friday night with Governor Mifflin taking on Berks Catholic. We'll be right back here with the Saints and the Mustangs going toe-to-toe with one another, and two traditional playoff teams as well with Governor Mifflin and Berks Catholic.
Berks Catholic girls they're on the outside looking in.
They're in
right
the position
now.
that Reading High is on the boys' side.
And they've got some work to do. We saw Bobby Birmingham before we went on the air here tonight. They were playing at Wilson tonight. They need to get hot, and they can use some help.
So that's going to do it for our coverage. The Wilson Bulldogs fall to 15-3 and now 6-2 in the division. The 9-game winning streak is over for the Bulldogs. The Saints improved to 11-3 and now tied with Wilson at the top of Division I standings at 6-2 as well. Thanks to Bill Hess and the staff here at Berks Catholic High School for their hospitality. Thanks to Matt Knob back in the WEEU studios. He and Jeff Nolan are coming your way in a matter of moments with the Scoreboard Show to keep you entertained for the next hour. And don't forget tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers and Denver Nuggets kick off in Denver at 10 o'clock. Thanks to Sean Tansky doing a tremendous job, our technical director here at Berks Catholic High School. For Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Again, the Saints with the victory tonight. The final score, Berks Catholic 51, Wilson 49. Thanks for listening and watching high school basketball here on WEEU. We'll come back to you with more of it on Thursday night.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High School Basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Berks Catholic High School, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Houndstown Reading, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fightin' Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Shore Stay Best Western Hotel in Reading, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
Listen all season long for comprehensive coverage and live play-by-play on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.